Sue just saw you yesterday.
Sweaters.
It's raining. It's raining.
It's pouring. I left the
That's right.
house
We
and there
need
was a few drips.
We need some rain.
I left my house, it wasn't raining
Right.
when my daughter picked me up.
Nice sweater. I like that.
Thank you. It's all wet now.
I went to CVS, ran in, they're closed during lunch. Or for
They're
lunch.
closed?
They're closed
Oh,
for
really?
lunch.
Oh, the pharmacy.
Pharmacy's closed.
Oh,
Right.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Here, I'll move this over to you, Matt, now that we're up and running,
Oh,
so you can see.
jeez.
So you can see who's up on there. Sorry, Helen. Just make sure the owl still works.
Maria's coming.
Yeah, I told her about it. She said she didn't have her to do anything for her sister-in-law, so she should be coming. She usually comes in the side door, so. She said she would try. I mean, we could start and then.
It'll be quick.
Well, I have a few questions.
Of course you do. I know you have questions. So you wanna get rolling and
I didn't even know Chris was on vacation for a week and nobody even notified.
Yeah, she told you in the
When
email.
was that?
She asked you if about going, or she told you she was going. She sent it to you and I.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I emailed both of you.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I didn't get it or something. I have so many emails that come in. I swear to God,
Really?
I tried.
Well, I
to
tried to
read
get
them
me
half
too.
of
I
them.
agree.
I know, and I'm a big email, I email you guys on a lot, you know, well, the important stuff. If I emailed you on everything, it would be bad.
Yeah, I only keep the top
Yeah,
top stuff.
So you had a good vacation?
it was nice. Went up to the Cape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always nice up there.
Yeah, it was nice. So it was actually warm for June. I was worried it was gonna be cold, but it was nice.
And the orders were before she left was that no decisions.
No
This office was supposed to be. made,
past
but
due notices.
No past due notices, anything while she's
Nothing.
gone.
Nothing, don't do
Nothing,
anything.
Don't do anything. Wait a week. So that was good. So we don't get that again. Do you want to start? We can start and then
Yeah,
we
Maria
can
hops in.
hit your questions.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then maybe we can update every Sue on what we're doing, or what's going on, right? Over, right? Okay. So I'll call the meeting to order.
Here,
Perfect. All right, let's have the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Did you send her does she text? We can go to Joan's questions, right? Questions about this, Joan, you talking about the camera stuff?
Yeah. well,
Oh, great. All right, so let's,
You gotta read that first part.
okay, so review and possible vote for respect to additional cameras to be installed at Oak Terrace. See, board members are provided with a proposal for increasing cameras and including laundry rooms and Oak Terrace site. Okay, all right, discussion.
Well, I was telling Helen here. First of all, some of our bids we got before, they were like March, April, May, June, July. It's gonna be almost 5 months and still we don't have cameras. I understand that. But when was this guy gonna start? Number one, that was one of my questions.
Yep. Okay.
And now it's gonna cost us almost $45,000 between this and the other bid. And I don't know if that, I went through some of the other stuff that the other guys, proposed before. And I thought, these guys, I don't know when they were gonna start either. Nobody gave us a start date. That's what I wanted to know. And now, do you think this is gonna be? I don't know.
Yeah, I know, okay, so let's, so, because we were in on it, so here's what happened. We had the original 8 bids,
Yes, I know.
and if you remember that the lieutenant from the police department thought that Silent Watchman was better because it's running through wire. It's going through their wire, which is all through the complex
I
instead
understand.
of the Wi-Fi thing, right? Okay, so it's a little bit more reliable. And the original bid was for 8 cameras. So the 8 cameras are all the parking lots and
Yeah, the entrances
license
and
plate
exits,
entrances,
yes, I
exactly.
understand that.
Okay. We did a site walk to make sure and got Sue's input on where the cameras are gonna be, so make sure we're covering it. And so we talked about, what if we had added more additional cameras? So we asked Sue where we met with them, everybody, right?
Mhm.
So we met and just talked about additional cameras. So the laundry rooms are part of the issue. So we decided to get a price to put in the 8 more, with 8 more cameras, which would cover the laundry rooms
And a couple more.
and a
vulnerable.
couple more spots, like out by the maintenance garage area. And then Sue pointed out a couple other spots. So that was, so we.
Yes, I
that-
understand that because I said that at the other meeting. I had all the lists of all the numbers that she told me that the problems
Yeah.
with the buildings. But we said, no, I mean, that's why I didn't vote on that. I mean, you said it passed, but I never gave a comment. Because I knew that she wanted more cameras up there. So now we're getting them. But my problem is, when are we gonna get these? When are
Well,
they
they're
gonna start?
ready to go.
Yeah,
He's-
they already have the recording box, which is gonna go in the maintenance garage. So they're ready to go, and we're gonna have these installed starting next month. They're gonna be in there
What do you
installed.
mean next month?
Next
July.
month is only 2 weeks
Yeah.
away.
Well, it's gonna be done by,
Well,
it'll be done in. He
How
had to
long
wait,
is it
he had to
gonna
wait for
take?
the equipment.
Yeah, the NBR he said is already in. So he asked me if I could have Paul clear the spot because we signed off on the first proposal. So they were already going with this. So he's just adding those cameras on. He said within 2 weeks, he should have everything.
Why
he
didn't
needs.
we do this at the beginning? I don't understand it, why you didn't do this at the beginning.
Good.
Because I think there's a lot of problems up there, and I know you heard about that one, but I just am upset over this because I think this should have been done already. This should have been cameras up there already. We're stalling and
We're not
stalling.
really I mean, I don't think we're stalling. We had to wait for all the bids, and we had the guy whose son passed away. We waited for that bid. I mean, everything takes
That's the
time.
one, the Watchman.
No,
That's
it
the-
wasn't. That was not.
It wasn't,
No,
no,
that was
I
the
thought
other
that
one.
was, well, how come the
No.
Watchman didn't give us the thing right?
Oh, no, no,
We did.
Silent Watchman is the one, but the bidder that his son passed away was not.
We didn't have enough bids
no.
at that point. We didn't have.
No,
3
we met
bids.
with him. Yeah, we met with him. He was supposed to do it. We tried to give him the benefit of the doubt
Well,
because.
I
he
was
going-
under the impression it was Watchman.
No, so we didn't
No.
have 3 bids, and that took another,
Mm-hmm.
more time. So, I mean, I don't.
As soon as we
you
got
know.
the bids, we
Yeah, I
approached
think
the board.
Yeah, so he ordered the equipment. He ordered the
As soon as I
equipment for the
signed that
original 8.
proposal.
As soon as we signed that back when we had the last time, so.
All right, now, I did bring up at the last meeting that when we spent up there, not Osborne Road and Weed Drive, we spent 38,000, I think it was.
Mhm.
It was a smaller complex, and I was questioning why this guy was doing it so much cheaper. And then you said something because they have the stuff already.
Well, they have all the wiring here already, the fiber optics, they already have, because they have their qual for aid and fire system in there.
Mhm.
So they already have the fiber optic there.
They've been there a long time.
So they're
now.
utilizing that.
Silent Watchman.
When they did Osborne and Weed, they had to install them via servers because there isn't fiber optic. We are gonna put in fiber optic. That's part of the plan to upgrade the qual for aid and fire alarm system.
Yes,
but-
they need that. then.
Yeah, but the
Mhm.
cameras we did right now are just on the community building because that's where we have the Wi-Fi, they're Wi-Fi cameras.
Okay,
But I mean, I think that, so let's get back to Oak Terrace. It'll be, we can ask him for when he thinks they'll be done, but I think it's gonna be mid-July. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna be, because the wire, once again, they're not pulling wire or anything, it's all there,
It's just installing.
And I
so,
think
I
that,
mean, even if the other companies went, that's all set up, the wires and everything like this.
Mhm.
yeah, they can't use it though. The other companies can't use that. So that's why Silent Watchman,
Why
That's
is
why
that?
they-
'Cause I don't
well,
understand.
because it's their stuff, I guess.
Yeah, because
their-
it's
their
dedicated.
Fire alarm is
So
on it.
that's why their bids were higher.
Yes, people there, and they couldn't, yes, so they were using, the other guys were using Wi-Fi. So, and then the problem with that was they had to have a clear sight back, a line of sight back to where the recorder.
Devices, which would be the
devices are.
community room.
And that's difficult there because of all the trees and everything.
So you're not saying anything.
I'm just listening to everything.
So that's the line of sight. So that was a lot of it was because when the first time I walked with almost, I went on almost all the walks with the security guys, and they're always looking for that line of sight. And, and then with Silent Watchman, everything's there. And then the thing is, the beauty of it is we can still add even more, if we
Mhm.
find out that there's something else going on, we can, the thing about doing it now is that if we have them come back, you saw that. They want to put on the additional cameras while they're there, because if they have to come back and do it again, then it's, it's more money.
I understand that we should have done
So-
that to begin with.
Well, we went with what the bid was the 8, that's why, we
Yeah.
went with the, what everybody was telling us, right? What
Well,
was
she
the original
had,
bid?
she had more than 8. You had you gave me the list of all those.
But
buildings.
but Sue didn't go on the walks with me, with us and see what was going on. It's not as easy as you just go, oh, we stick a camera there.
I know that, but she lives there. We don't live there.
Yeah, I
That's what I said.
know. Sue and I
That's why
talked,
we included
I
those.
gave
every
him
week.
all the high areas on the map
and,
as
and,
they were going around, you know what I mean?
and what happened
Where I
was,
needed 'em.
I asked Sue to go on the last walk for Silent Watchman. So she met with us. She didn't walk with us, but she met with us. And we
Mhm.
talked about just specific buildings that were hotspots. And we said, okay, well, what's gonna cost to add these cameras on? That's exactly how it happened.
Mhm.
And then we got this proposal. Hey, if we don't want to, it's for 8 more. So do we need all 8? Yeah, I think we probably do, but if we want to spend less money, and we already.
$16,000 is a very, very small sum to pay for security. I am all for security, no matter where they are.
I would agree with you, but
So you're putting in an additional 16,000 for security, but the most important thing is we're securing the lives of the people that are living there.
I would agree.
And that's what it is. And 16,000 additional amount of money is nothing.
I have nothing about the money. I'm not even caring to look.
Okay, but that's what.
We have the money. We
but-
have the money.
yeah, we
Like
have it, yeah.
Helen said, oh, we
Yeah.
don't have the money. I said, yes, don't tell me you don't have the money, because months ago I called Tim up. I even told Matt about it. We had over 100,000. That's what he told me.
Yeah, he's saying 100,000, but what he doesn't realize is, we committed to that small cities block grant. We have to be prepared to spend 100,000 if that grant's approved. That's gonna be our portion of that
For
grant.
$2 million.
So that's why we,
But
yeah,
let's think, so, basically, the extra cameras came out of our conversation with Sue. Right?
mhm.
Yeah, because just having them at the entrances isn't enough.
If putting these extra cameras up are going to improve 99.9%. If the police are able to get there and they find one person, thank God.
Mhm.
If they find 2, that's wonderful. But the 16,000 is a very, very minimal amount.
Yeah, I
For
would
security.
agree. I think we're all in agreement that we should, Do the
Oh,
extra
I-
cameras,
I'm all
right?
for cameras,
yeah.
but I hope that's enough now. That we're
Well, I
gonna
think
do
that,
it.
I don't, that's double. Sue, thank you.
Yeah, it's
You
double
were in
than the
agreement that
original.
That would be enough, right?
Yeah, as long as they're not just at the entrances,
Yeah.
you know?
And that was it. That's basically what happened, so. Right? Does
Mhm.
that answer your?
Yes,
Any-
that's what I
any
want to
other
know when
questions?
they're gonna start. You said
Okay,
this
so
week.
we can get a start date.
I hope so.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
listening.
The sooner the better.
I'm with you. I want them in, I would want them in 2 months ago as well.
Well,
I
I
mean,
wanted them a long time.
I
ago
know,
when all
well,
this
I
trouble
mean,
was starting.
we
That's
just-
why I rushed the board
you
meeting
know,
because
well,
he
we
already
got it.
got the equipment for the first
Yeah.
quote in, so now if I sign this, they
Yeah.
can get the equipment. It's only been a couple
All
weeks,
right,
so.
let's try to let's get a start and an end date,
Mhm.
please, and then, so we're in agreement then, do you wanna, we still have, we're still missing
May
a
I
board
make a
member.
motion?
You certainly
Yeah, we
may,
have enough.
okay,
Okay, make a motion to accept the additional proposal for more cameras at Oak Terrace in the amount of $16,490.
I'll second it.
all right, all in favor,
Oh,
aye,
aye,
opposed,
no.
wonderful. Anything else you wanna talk about?
No. No public comment on the special meeting anyway.
No public comment,
No.
okay,
And then commissioner comment. I
Do you wanna-
already made my
do you want
comment.
to, do you want to update on what's going on with the, well, right, while we're here with, right? So what's going on with Sue and our new neighborhood watch? So we met yesterday with the police, with Sergeant McMasters. Alexia, right?
Mhm.
Alexia,
McMasters.
and then, so we've come up with a procedure for reporting incidences there. So Sue is the commander. What are we gonna call you? We gotta come up with a
I'm
name.
just wondering how it's gonna work, because I've got people, she's got people going to her, but I'm.
Well,
the
no,
only
we're not gonna
person
do that. We're,
reporting.
Yeah.
we're gonna do that. So we
They're,
talked about
I'm
that a little bit
instructing them to
yesterday.
go directly to you, yeah.
So Sue will be the point person. Any, the Sergeant Master called it intel. All the intel will go to Sue.
Mhm.
So we're looking for, if it's an emergency, then they have to dial 911 or
Mhm.
something that we can, right? But as far as all the intel, and we met with some of the committee members, and you would recognize them, they're from attend most of the meetings and so forth. So, but everything's gonna report to Sue. She's gonna do a weekly report to Sergeant McMasters and is gonna CC Christine, myself, and Maritza,
Mhm.
right?
Correct.
If you want to be in on that, then we can do that as well. And then, so she's just gonna do a line items, bullet points. This is what, if it's several times, wandering dog 3 times, and it'll just go under, one line item, the number of times that it happens, right? We did hear about some strange things yesterday.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Got a little kooky yesterday at the meeting, but it was
The
fun.
dog warden was there.
The
with
dog
that
warden,
one
and then we had the
person.
guy with the blinds. We talked.
Oh, my neighbor, oh my God, I thought Ben was gonna kill him yesterday.
So one of Sue's neighbors likes to dance,
Ben went driving by.
dance in his birthday
they
suit
made him
inside
take-
his apartment.
He had
with the
extra
blinds
air
open, I
conditioning in
guess.
his window, and he just got a new baking
It
unit.
was, it was
And he
pretty,
hasn't been using
it
it.
was pretty funny. Anyway, all right,
That's
so
right.
So Mark made him take it out of the window. So he was pissed. So as he's taking it out, Ben drives by and he goes like this to him. Ben got out and he's yelling at me. He's going up the hill. You know how it's steep? I
Oh,
said, Ben, come sit down here before you have a damn heart
Exactly.
attack.
that was, yes, that's how, what's gonna happen. So, and then we're gonna reconvene in, I would figure maybe September is the
Mhm.
combination of this plus the cameras. We should get, some reduction in activity up there, right?
Yeah.
And we'll just meet again, see how it's going. But she's gonna report weekly. If we think that we can go to every 2 weeks, then she'll do that. But if they're collecting intel, and then she says, they'll work on
Yeah. She
those
said, don't
things.
expect anything immediate because they have to take some while to work on things and investigate things, but we should see.
If there's any memo
Hmm.
sent out about that, I think all the board members should be aware of it.
Of the memo about the.
Just where you are, how it's proceeding,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I know that it's gonna be fantastic,
Mhm.
but it's nice to see it on paper,
yeah, no, I would agree. Okay, all right, so that's the plan.
Okay.
Sound good?
Mhm.
And they're working on Osborne Road.
Or-
Building 1, they're down working on that again
Mhm.
today. They're working on downstairs on building 5. And they pull in about 25 to 7 in the morning. So some of the neighbors aren't happy because it wakes them up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's tough.
That's right, they gotta put up with it. We gotta put up with it.
Well, I think they're gonna be fast. I think they're gonna be fast. They seem like their work ethic is good.
They're.
Because when it comes to paving that site, we've got to do it fast, because we gotta, Carmelina, Adam and I have to juggle all those cars down to the church parking lot while they're doing the
Is that where
roads.
they're gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we already talked to the priest there. He's gonna let us put some cars down there.
Yeah, that worked out
Because
well.
when they went over to Walmart, that whole walking area, which is, I don't walk it, but from what I understand, it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I'd worry about somebody
And there's
walking
no
that far.
illumination.
Right,
That's another thing. There's no illumination over
yeah.
there.
So I'd be too nervous about that. And then something happened to somebody's car.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll be a day or two tops, but we'll make it work. We gotta do it. Do what we
I
gotta do.
think, first of all, it's gonna be great. For what is there now? There's one area up where I am, way up on the top. You can actually see where there's been 3 roads put in. Where
Oh,
it's worked away.
Mhm, yeah,
So,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
Good.
get a few more parking spaces. We need
Ramp
to-
garage, maybe.
What are you gonna open up where that weird part is, where they
Ramp
walk through
garage.
to go
Maybe we
to?
should build you a ramp
No, we
garage for
can't,
all the
because
parking.
that's the part, but that's basically the property line, so we can't go that far.
Oh.
The wooded area is down below too, it's like on a hill.
Yeah.
But we're just adding a couple more, like 4 more spaces at the end of the road, and then a couple more here, and then some down at the bottom,
Okay,
so.
Can,
Yeah.
just, now that we've got the cameras, I think, rolling, right?
Mhm,
Can we give, We Drive a kick again and see what's going on
mhm.
with
Right.
with Pilsey and getting that meeting together?
Yeah, I reached out to the girl that was working on it, hadn't heard anything, so I'll try again.
Could you, well, yeah, let's do that. Let's get.
Will do.
Because the paving season ends November.
Yeah.
Right, Jan? We
Well,
Drive.
I got one question for you. Sue, copy me on your report weekly too, so I know what's going on.
mhm.
Okay,
And everything else is great. I'm glad it's getting done. Put them cameras in.
gotta get,
Hopefully
we're
that's
next
the
is,
end of it. Hopefully that's the end of it. We get the small cities grants and get those units done, and parking seems to be working out the way it is. So worry about that.
Parking,
some other day.
I think, well, I think parking's sort of working on, we can work on that next, but we gotta work on We Drive next,
Yeah.
We Drive's the next, We Drive and getting the, 911
Hopefully the fire
wired
monitoring.
call system out. And, down there.
What's that all about, Matt?
the, which complex,
We drive, Osborne and we drive,
Okay.
Jan. We have, the fire alarm and the call for aid system is not, it's just a local system where the alarms go off, but you still have to call 911 or the fire department, nobody's dispatched. So we want to set it up like Oak Terrace, but that's gonna involve putting new panels in, new devices, then we can monitor it.
So what-
And
so basically when they pull the cord in the apartment,
the ambulance will
Doesn't go
go,
anywhere.
it goes right out, it'll go, that's what we want.
the ambulance will
'Cause
come. or the
remember, we
fire
had
department.
that incident with the fire, and remember that with the fire marshal?
Yeah, that's not gonna be cheap. Oh, well.
Well, I know, but that's, hey, nothing's
Yeah.
cheap,
Yeah.
so that's on the,
Hey, listen, I'm all in agreement there. Are
Mhm.
most of
All
those
right.
people, that live in those places, are they still on wireline phones?
There's still landlines in each unit, but most, it depends. Some have landlines.
No,
some don't.
we need the alarms, but at least if they're on landline phones, you call 911, they're going through, that's all.
yeah, I think that's a federal site, so there's had to be a little bit more money.
Yeah.
That's the next
Yay, yay.
Got the money in federal.
We're gonna work on that.
Got
That's
the
on my, there's 4 things. We talked about that already. So there's 4 things we're really working on, and that's next. So We Drive is something we gotta keep going,
Yep,
right? We got that
Mhm.
ball rolling, and we're gonna work on that. Getting the 911 call system in down there. All right. Okay, anything else? We're good?
That's it.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn the meeting? We are, no, we didn't.
Make a motion
Make-
to adjourn.
Second the motion?
Oh, beautiful. All right. Meeting is adjourned.
2:22.
Have a good afternoon, everybody.
Thanks, Jan. Thanks for coming in.
Check that off, I didn't see it.
You're gonna take a vote, and if you don't agree, your vote doesn't count.
What?